All right. Thank you for joining us today. We're here today to discuss some of the new areas and some of those questions that you might want to ask of your auditors that you may not want to ask when they're there auditing you. And my name is Sandra Turner. I'm a local CPA, have my own firm locally, and have been involved with not-for-profits for over 17 years. We also have an industry person coming from a not-for-profit. He's been delayed, but as soon as he gets here, we'll shuffle him in. His name is Matt Lehrman, and he's with the Alliance for Audience and ShowUp.com. Matt is the executive director. In fact, just finished his audit. I think we're presenting the financials Thursday. And it's a very interesting organization. It's an organization that is to promote the arts in Arizona and music and all kinds of art organizations. And they do that by offering discount tickets. If you ever want to buy discount tickets, it's a great place to buy discount tickets. They'll send you a little email. You can buy your tickets. It's great. And then, as a representative of the CPAs and the auditors in here today, I have Mary DeVries with me. Mary has her own firm, which is based in Tucson, but I know she does a lot of work all over the state. And I know she has a couple of her staff with her today. Do you have anything else you'd like to say about your firm?
Just that we audit and have been committed to auditing nonprofit organizations for many, many years since its inception, and so we're committed to the community and wanted to really. I'm very glad that we've been asked to talk about this because I think there's some really good questions that are out there. So,
well, great. And I invite all of you that are here today. I know the people listening by phone can't speak in right now, but when we have question and answer, you'll be able to do that, so please jot down any questions. But everyone that's here, if you want more elaboration or just want to speak up on a question or give us a little bit of your point of view, please feel free to do that. This is a give and take, and we're not up here to be the only ones talking. There's a lot of changes in the industry, and there's some big ones that can actually scare people. So we're going to start out today asking Mary about what new pronouncements may impact audits this year, how will they impact the organization and what they have to do, how will they impact the auditor and what they have to do.
okay, thank you. There are several statements on auditing standards that have changed in the last couple years that absolutely will impact your audits, will impact how we as auditors have to address our audits. And the first one there's two that are already impacting everyone this year. 103 impacts your audit as to the timing of when that audit needs to get done, when it is considered to actually be done, and which is basically when the audit partner is comfortable that all of the procedures and all of the objectives have been met, and so then they are willing to sign off on that report. And so that becomes the final report date. It used to be that the audit might take place, let's say you have a June 30 year end. You might ask the auditors to come out in July, but the confirmations haven't come back. There are other straggling items that might take place, and so those kind of things would never impact the report date. The report date would actually be the date that the auditors would get done with being out at your offices. Basically, that was the end of field work, but there might be many issues that were still unresolved. And so the concern in the profession was that that's not really the date when substantially all of the audit work is really, really done. So the issue then was to really come up with when is the audit really to be considered done, and that's where that new information and the new date came into play.
Mary, how does that impact what may happen if an organization has their auditors out in the field and if everything isn't ready? And I think that's really the key, is if there isn't everything ready, maybe they have some confirmations that aren't back, or maybe there's some other things that need to be tied up. And so the partner isn't doing his final review or her final review until 3 weeks later. Does that open the possibility that the auditor may ask to see some more subsequent disbursements or see some more things after the field work is ended because of that?
Absolutely. And that's where it becomes critical as to when you begin your audit field work and when you end your audit field work. So if the the audit is not actually done when the auditors first leave the field, then basically, and let's say that there are confirmations that aren't done, and when those confirmations come back, it actually raises more questions rather than answers them. And actually, the partner or the manager feels that more work needs to be done. So the problem with doing your audit back when you thought it was a good time to do it in the summertime, but you really weren't totally done, the problem is that it's going to add to the cost of your audit. Because the auditors are going to have to do more work. They're going to have to go through, because they basically, when the partner is ready to sign off, the report date has to have all of the subsequent events have to be tested all the way through that date. And so the problem is that then if you try to have your field work done in early July, and then you have to the auditors have to come back in October to get everything finished, because finally all the confirmations straggled in and all of the issues finally are resolved. Then now you're going to have more work. The auditors have to come back and go and look at all of your payables subsequent to year end. They need to look at your receipts to see whether there's any more receivables. They need to look at any other significant subsequent events have occurred that need to be reported in the financial statements.
Mary, let's take a quick break and welcome Matt. He just slipped in.
The late Matt Lehrman, I'm afraid.
No. No obituaries yet.
You're still
okay?
breathing.
So Matt has joined us, and we're just starting the first question. So we'll let Mary finish answering, and then Matt will take over with the questioning. And I did kind of introduce you before you got here. I just kind of said, you were the best thing to ever happen in not-for-profits, and that was about it. No.